back to my Nourishing Moves Indian club lessons. So here I am trying to consolidate the last 6 lessons that I went through. In lesson 1 I was talking about the stance, in lesson 2 I went through the grips, lesson 3 and 4 I was talking about inside-outside circles, lesson 5 I showed you a grip change, and in lesson 6 I put all that together into a flow. So today I just want to consolidate the main points of the lessons before we move on to lesson 7. So what I started with was talking about the stance. And the key thing I was trying to highlight is this at ease posture. And the stances at the moment I'm suggesting you use is having the heels together and the toes turned out. And this is just to help you create more balance through your body and also be more aware of your centre. So when you're circling the club, you'll feel the movement come from here as well as from the shoulder as well. So you're learning to work and move the body as a unit. It doesn't work for everyone, so if you're finding this goes into your back, just take your feet further apart, or if you're losing balance and struggling with it, it's not that important, but it's a nice training tool to help you get the most from the club movements eventually. Then I was talking about the grips. So I wanted just to highlight the hammer grip here, where you've got the wrist and then the right angle with the club, and then how that moves into Saber Grip. I want you to think about, with Saber Grip, just as with most martial arts and with their weapons, and in this case we're thinking of it as a club, is the club is going to be an extension of your arm. So you're not just loosely holding the club and it might be a funny angle, you're really projecting energy or intention down through the arm, through to the club, to create that length, and the club is part of you when you're moving it. What you'll see is, with those 2 grips that I've shown you, those are all you need for the first few moves. So if I use the inside pendulum, for example, I'm in hammer grip, launch the club out to Saber Grip, it circles round, back to hammer grip. And if I use the front circle, the inside front circle, it's staying in Saber Grip the whole way through. And if I went into the mill, the inside mill, hammer grip and Saber Grip. Hammer grip, Saber Grip. And the outside mill, you'll see the hammer grip, and then launching up to the Saber Grip. Hammer grip, Saber Grip. Which then brings me on to the next point. I like to throw the clubs or cast the clubs high so you get a nice stretch. Because really what I'm using Indian clubs for, yes, coordination, hand-eye coordination, but also it's important to create flexibility and strength through the body. So this is the part here where you're looking to stretch the body out. You'll see some people might just cast the club quite low, which is fine. You know, there's a reason for everything. I might use the lower cast if I'm working with heavier clubs, such as the steel clubs. But with these wooden Indian clubs, which I tend to use ones weighing around about half a kilo up to 2 kilos, I would work on casting the club high. Okay, so those are the main points I wanted to make. Yeah, play around with the stance. I suggest this at ease posture with the heels together. Notice the 2 grip positions through your movements. Think of the arm and the club as one part, the club being an extension of the arm, and really work on casting the club up high for a good stretch. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope this helps. Look out for lesson 7 when I'll be using the double clubs. So we're going to move on to some more complex moves from there. Thank you.